Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie, one of the five from I'm so tongue-tied today. My name is Stephanie. I'm the mom of the crew of Find Freedom. And I thought I'd make this video about a view of what it's been like living in an RV for the first time ever. Some of the ups and downs we've had, and just gonna go over some of the funny stories. Right now, my three kids are outside in the slightly overcast weather, playing tag and playing with their outdoor toys. My husband's at a job helping someone set up their computer. That's what he does. So, on April 15th, it'll be 5 months since we moved into our RV, 5 months since we started doing this. We have yet to start traveling anywhere. We will be doing that in about 14 days. Oh, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll be doing that. But for the first few months, we decided we wanted to stay stationary while we learned the ins and outs of our RV, broke it in, learned things about it, replacing anything that needed to be replaced, really learn how it worked and what we needed to do to make it better for us to live in and travel around. So we got possession of the RV on November 15th. November 17th at about 10 o'clock at night, we ran out of propane. We have 2 propane tanks. We had 2 propane tanks, and they hold, they're 10 gallons, so they hold about 5 gallons, give or take. Luckily, we didn't live that far from a gas station that was open, so we got more propane. Because let me tell you, 42 degrees in November is really cold. So since then, we now have 3 propane tanks, so we always have a backup. Let's see here. Some other funny stories that happened. We chose not to skirt the RV, which a lot of people in the RV park that are here full time, some do, some don't. Our pipes froze, like where the water first goes into the RV froze for about a day or two when it got to be about 9 degrees. But even people in the park that had skirting and heaters underneath still froze. So it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. Let's see here. Some other things we've learned. We've learned that it is a learning curve living in an RV. It's a small space. We have 3 kids. Sometimes they can get on each other's nerves, but now we have a system for bedtime. It's staggered. We have a system for doing our schoolwork because we homeschool in the RV. And so really, we're just looking forward to getting out and about. Some other things that we've learned, or I've learned, is when you take apart the boot dinette to make it into a bed, make sure that the posts are all the way out of the floor posts, because it can break in half and snap in half. Luckily, it was under warranty, so that was replaced and they fixed it. Also, if you have glass cabinets, like we do in our kitchen, right back here, make sure when you put coffee cups into the cupboards, they're not right next to the door. Because you can break the glass, closing it against a glass coffee cup, and you can get a piece of glass in your foot, and it can get infected, and you can hobble around on crutches in an RV for a week, like I just did. It was super fun. Now I got some awesome biceps in my arms. That's pretty good. And let's see here. Oh, another thing that happened is one of the mattresses in our bunkhouse we had to throw away because mold started growing through it, and it got on the plywood, but we were able to clean it off, and it's gone now. But the reason that we got mold on the mattress is because my son, who's 6 years old, sweats ridiculously. He sweats like he runs a marathon in his sleep. It is amazing how much he sweats. And I didn't think anything of it until I went to go put a mattress, like a sheet over the mattress, and there was black stuff, and we took the cover off, and there was black stuff all throughout. Now the mattress is gone, the kids have stopped coughing, and we're good now. But it wasn't from a leak, it was from just him sweating. And then we had to toss another mattress cover out back in November. My 2 younger kids got strep throat. Did you know when kids get strep throat, they can vomit for up to 48 hours nonstop, which is what happened, which is how we ended up throwing out. So we're in the process of getting a mattress for the full-size top bunk area in the bunkhouse replaced. And then all have mattresses and sheets, and we're going to get probably some plastic cover for a couple of the beds. A couple of kids still sweat and or have bathroom issues. which is fine. They're kids, so good out of it. Let's see here. What else have we learned in our last few months? Let's see here. It is possible to overbuy at the grocery store. We tend to go through a lot of bread. My husband decided to buy like 5 loaves of bread. We don't really go through that much. Let's see here. What else have we learned? We've learned RVing is not for everybody. You know, it takes patience. It takes planning. We went into this totally blind. The first few months was a major learning curve, but now things are mellowing down. We're getting ready to go on our first mini road trip. We're going to Klamath Falls, which is about 2 to 3 hours from here, for a bowling tournament. We come back for 2 weeks, and then we leave on our about 12 state excursion before we come back to Oregon, which is where we're from. So that'll be fun. I'm going to do my best to get more videos posted about our travels. You know, I always try to find a time when I'm not going to be interrupted with the kids, not interrupted with dinner or breakfast or bedtime or bad lighting, or my husband wanted to talk to me or something. But most of the time when I try to film a video, Jackson gets in front of me and starts like making funny faces and gets in front of the camera. So I have to be careful about when I do that. Although I'm sure there'll be times when you'll see kids in the background being funny. So let's see. Oh, so another advice I have is if you're at an RV park that has an RV store that you can charge to your account if you're staying there monthly, be sure to keep track of your expenses as you go, because it can add up. One of the months we used a lot of propane. We were stuck here because of a big snowstorm, so we used a lot of food at the RV store, which is more expensive than stores that are not at the RV store, like Safeway, Walmart, Fort Myers, things like that. So it racked up quite a bit. Not too much that we're totally broke, but it was a little bit more than we expected. So always keep an eye out for that. I think I don't really have any other advice about moving into an RV or living in an RV, but just, I think the overall thing is expect a big learning curve if you move in an RV for the first time. And, you know, I think it's going to be a good adventure for us. My middle daughter has a mild form of autism and pretty decent social anxiety going on. So she was really excited about the road trip. Now she's like, I don't want to go. She doesn't want to go, but she wants to see the redwoods in Louisiana and Texas. So I just think she's scared and nervous. So I think once we start moving and going from place to place and she gets used to it and the kids get used to it, I think it'll be good. My 2 younger kids, Ileana and Jackson, have been in the car for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. They're totally fine. They read, they look out the window, they take a nap. My oldest daughter, who's 10, she's impatient. She doesn't like to sleep in the car. So she's gonna have to learn to just chill out, mellow out, find something to do, and we'll get there when we get there. So I think that's it for this video. I didn't really have anything planned. I had an opportunity to record a video, so I did. If you want to see more videos upcoming, subscribe so you get notification. Like this video, please. And I think my next video is going to be about what we did the last few months homeschooling in the RV and what our plans are for the future. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.